welcome to HR Images. My name is Hannah Saber, and tonight I'll be talking to you about wireless triggers. The questions everyone's been asking is the best wireless triggers, especially for Sony cameras. You have the phottix, oddin, and you've got a couple other brands, but they're a bit more dearer. This is I found was a cheaper one. I purchased the Pixel King wireless TTL flash triggers for about 150 Australian. They also come for Nikon and Canon as well. So if you don't want to spend so much in wireless triggers, you want something cheap, you're not going to do it as often as you would like, these are good triggers to get. Comes with the manual, comes in a case. So what you get with it, you get a transmitter, and then you've got the receiver. Comes with the stand to put your flash on or your the triggers. Also comes in with the wire as well. So you can connect it to studio lights and if you have studio lights and need triggers. With these triggers, it's wireless. It can go up to 100 meters, 7 channels, supports first curtain, second curtain, supports high speed sync, 1 to 8,000 of a second. Supports the speed lights, studio lights as well, can be operated in manual mode, and it supports TTL mode. Can have 3 groups as well. This is one of the only triggers I found that's cheap, that can go up to 1 to 8,000 of a second. The others, they are cheaper out there, but the max sync speed, it was 250 a second. I wanted something a bit higher, and I found these ones, $150 Australian, and goes up to 1 to 8,000 of a second. With the flash, what the disadvantage I found with these triggers, you can't control the flash through the transmitter like with the phottix, oddin, and other sort of brands. For Canon and Nikon, they have the Pixel King Pro, which you've got a bit of a small screen at the back. You can control the flash strength on the back of the screen, where these ones you actually got to physically go to your actual flash and control it through there. But I didn't find that too much of a hassle for me. I didn't mind going back and forth. For the price it does a good job. These are pretty much easy to set up. What it is, just connect it to put the flash onto the receiver, connect straight onto the stand, and the receiver, just put it straight on top of the camera. You can tighten and loosen it as well so it doesn't drop. Now with the receivers in that, they take normal AA batteries for both transmitter and the receiver. You can use rechargeable, which that's what I've been using. At the moment I've got just the standard Energizer batteries in here. They're pretty easy to run once you turn your camera on and your flash. To make sure your flash is on high-speed syncs and high-speed sync. That way you can sort of mute it to the background, getting well-exposed background, and you can get the subject nicely lit with the flash. So you're not getting overexposed background, you're not going to get underexposed subject, vice versa. These are pretty much easy to set. Once you turn it on, just make sure your flash is set on wireless on both flash and camera. what you do then, you just switch these on. And switch that one as well. Now, once the blue light's there, that means it's synced together. Then what you can do, just turn it on, yep, and make sure that everything's in the same group. So, you know, L2 channel, the group sets A, make sure the same as well for this, L2 and group A. Now what you do, just make sure what I've done, I've got it on manual. I like to control my flash. You can put on TTL mode, it supports TTL and manual, but I like to control the strength of the flash. Once it is on manual, you've got it on wireless, then you can adjust whatever ISO, shutter. If you want high speed sync, you can go up to, as I said, 1 to 8,000 of a second. You have, once these, the blue lights are on, then you know they're synced. Pretty much simple. Flash, at the moment it's overexposed, I haven't sort of set it up properly, but just to give you an idea. My thoughts on it, as I said, disadvantage, which I was kind of disappointed with, is that you can't control the flash through the triggers. But as I said, for the price that I paid for it, it didn't really bother me as much. For the phottix oddin, I would have loved to get it, but it was way out of my budget. These triggers, the thing with these triggers, for it to be compatible as well, just take this off. Not compatible, they are compatible with Sony, but you have to buy these adapters to be able to connect it to your hot shoe for both the flash and the camera, because the shoe mount is completely different to both the A7, A77 that I used, A7M2 and the A7S. With the flash one, it is the standard adapter that comes with the HBL F60M flash. This one, I'll double check, I can't remember the name, just see if it's here. Oh, yep, the model number is the ADP MAA. You can purchase that separately. I bought it on eBay for about $12. They're not that expensive. Just purchase that, then you'll be able to put your triggers on there. That's about it. I'll put a couple of my images on there that I've used with the high-speed sync and these triggers, just to show what the outcome was, the results of the images. Pixel King, if you don't want to spend so much money on trigger, you want something cheap and you're not fussed with the screen to controlling your flash through the transmitter, I would recommend the wireless TTL flash triggers for Sony. They do come in Nikon and Canon, but it's called the Pixel King Pro, and they do have the screen, but Sony they have not made yet for the screen. Hopefully they will, but in the meantime, these get me out of trouble. It also works with studio lighting as well, so if you do have studio lighting and you need triggers and you don't want to spend so much, these are really good. Again, you'll be controlling the output of your flash for your strobes and that manually instead of doing it through your triggers. That's my bit of review and thoughts on the Pixel King TTL flash triggers. Hope it helps. Like, share and subscribe to my video, and see you soon. Have a good night.